Hello, my people. I am back again. Even though I'm not supposed to come by this time, I'm supposed to wait for the presser. You know, there's going to be a presser today, 12:30 UK time. Yes, our coach is going to be speaking to the press, pre-match press conference. But instead of me to wait, there are some few news I need to break to you. There are some exclusives that I need to bring your way. Whilst you wait patiently for the presser, and that presser is going to be in two different forms, because I cannot download all. It's going to be very long. I cannot download all at the same time. So I'm going to break it down. I'll come your way the first time and I'll bring the second one. So it's going to be A and B. Okay? But for now, these are exclusives I'm bringing for you. Our coach has said something last night or yesterday regarding the formation, trying to give a hint of the formation he's going to play. He was speaking exclusively to Chelsea media, like myself. You see, he was speaking exclusively to Chelsea media, like myself, and that is why you deserve to hear it first. All right, let's get going. Mauricio Pochettino has explained the reasons behind deploying Ben Chigwell in a more advanced role as far as this season is concerned. He explained why he deployed Ben Chigwell in the advanced role. Now let's get going. Speaking exclusively to Chelsea channels with the Premier League's resumption fast approaching, our head coach discussed our start to the season, working with academy players during the international break, and where there is a room for improvement. Pochettino also discussed using Chigwell as a winger, with the move initially brought about because of the unavailability of other players. So now we get the point. Because of unavailability of other players, that is what necessitated him using Ben Chigwell as a winger. Because the wingers were not available. Injury situations. There was a time few weeks back, Modric himself was not fit. And so he deployed Ben Chigwell in that advanced role as a winger, left winger. And most of us were on him. We didn't understand why. We thought he just don't have enough confidence in Modric. Are you getting a point? But according to him, from what he's saying here right now, the whole thing was necessitated by the unavailability of certain players. That's why he had to deploy Ben Chigwell on that left wing instead of the left wing back. He is a left back, not a left winger. Okay? Now he continued. He said, all the coaching staff feel disappointed when you lose players to injury. Of course, it affects the team, but we need to accept it and adapt. We need to accept it and adapt. So because of unavailability of a left winger, that is why he had to deploy Ben Chigwell in that position. Now, I believe that with this explanation, we will now calm down our nerves, knowing fully well that this game against Bournemouth on Sunday, if Modric is fit, then we will not expect Ben Chigwell to play that left wing position. Unless, of course, the coach is not telling us the truth. But I want to believe him. I want to take him for his words. And I want you also to believe him and take him for his words. These are the words of the coach. He says, due to the unavailability of certain players in the squad that they lost to injury, that is the reason why they deployed Ben Chigwell on that left wing in that more advanced role. And he made it very clear that it was a tough decision, but they have to adapt to it. They have no choice, but they must adapt to it. And all the coaching staff feel disappointed when they lose players to injury. And of course, it affects the team. He knows it affects the team, but we need to accept it and adapt to it. I like the honesty in his voice, in the statement. I like the honesty in it. He knows the effect. He knows the effect. So I don't want to believe that going forward, if the left wingers are fit, like Modric, I don't think he's going to deploy Ben Chigwell in the same position. I want to believe that on Sunday, we are going to see different formations altogether. He said we need to find solutions with different players playing in different positions to try to get the best balance. Ben is a fullback who can help the team in a different position. In 4 games, he has created more chances than any player. In the national team last week, Ben played a similar position. Yes, that I agree. He created chances, but the chances he created were not clear-cut chances. The chances he created were not clear-cut chances. If they were, we would have scored goals. We would have scored goals, but the chances were not clear-cut chances. That is just it. Because he himself is not a clear-cut winger. He is a left back. He is a left back. Yes, that we need to take note of. We need to take note of that. All right, moving forward. Whilst we wait patiently for the presser in the afternoon, 12:30 UK time, that means I will come your way around 1:30, because the presser will be over around 1 o'clock. It's going to be about 30 to 45 minutes. I'll be coming your way around 1:30, 15-20 minutes after the presser. I'll have to prepare my notes quickly and get through to you. And my friend, if you have not subscribed to the channel yet, please subscribe to this channel and on your notification button so that if there's any breaking news, any exclusives, you'll be the first to hear. Just as I'm coming your way now, these are exclusives, so that you'll be notified. Once we send we are live, you get a notification quickly and you receive your messages or your news. Be updated, know what is happening around the world, in the football world. It's very important. So on your notification button, like the video, share the video, and please let me hear from you in that comment section. As many of you that are watching me or hearing me, let me hear from you in that comment section. From what the coach has said about Ben Chigwell, what the need, the reason why he deployed Ben Chigwell as a left winger. Let me hear from you in that comment section. Now we move on to other news. Yes, we move on to other news. Yes, the consortium led by Badad Egbali and Todd Boehly that already own Chelsea and Strasbourg want to acquire a stake in Sporting CP, one of the Portuguese big three. So our owners, this interest has been there from when they want to buy Sporting CP in Portugal. It came up before and the news is coming up again. That means that there's a seriousness in it. That means there's a deal going on there. They want to buy Sporting CP in addition to Strasbourg. So they will be owners of 3 different clubs. That will help Chelsea, because most of our young talented players, we can send them on loan for a year or 2. It's still part of the business. Yeah. So let's watch out for that. Our owners are working to buy another club in Portugal. This is Sporting CP, is Cristiano Ronaldo's former club where he grew up from. Yeah. All right, Pochettino will hold his AFC Bournemouth press conference 12:30 UK time this afternoon. So I'll bring you news from there. Now Bonucci, other news. Bonucci from Juventus. Bonucci, yeah, this is from Fabrizio Romano. According to him, Juventus directors told me, according to Bonucci, Juventus directors told me on July 13 that I was out of their project after many rumors on newspapers. This was the biggest humiliation I have suffered at Juventus, he told Mediaset. This happened after more than 500 games as Juventus player. Yeah, Bonucci was a Juventus player, but he finally left to, I think, Germany. And he's been speaking. He's been speaking about his situation before he left Juve, the way they treated him after playing more than 500 games as a Juve player. Yeah. After playing more than 500 games to them. Right now, I think they have a case in court even to fight. My goodness. Right now, there's a case even in court to fight. There's a case in court which they are going to be dragging. The way they treated him. According to Bonucci, the contract stipulates certain things which they need to sort out in court. All right. Mauricio Pochettino, now the most difficult thing is to arrive in the final third. Calm, relax, and be clinical. We know that we need to improve and be stronger. We have the quality, and when all the players trust in the way that we play, then for sure we will score goals and provide the team the points we need to be in a higher position. But now, yes, a little bit disappointed and angry and I want to compete as soon as possible. Like I told you, he was speaking to Chelsea journalists, Chelsea media. So this is one of the statements that he made. He said that now the most difficult thing is to arrive in the final third. Calm down, relax, and be clinical. He said that is the most difficult thing for them to do now. They play well, we possess the ball, but to score the goals, we need to calm down, relax, and be clinical in the final third, according to our gaffer. All right, on a lighter note, before I go, a 22-year-old student who's never played football before has been signed by third-tier Czech Republican club FK Ústí nad Labem. He's set to play in a match for the team thanks to his father's payment of 500,000 koruna, that's 17,500 pounds, in exchange for 10 minutes of playing time. He is not a footballer, he's 22 years old, he's a student, and he wants to play football. And so this third-tier football club in Czech Republic signed him to only 10 minutes. And the father had to pay money. The father had to pay 17,500 pounds. That is in Czech money, 500,000 koruna. Can you imagine? My friend, let me leave you here. I will come your way again after the presser of our coach. Chelsea FC Bournemouth, watch out. I'll be back. Shalom and peace.